Hello, dear friends, and welcome. I am so glad you are here with me today. I want us to talk on something that will help us together to bring and to reflect about our past, our present, and our future. That is the reason I captioned our today's discussion as Let Go of the Past, Step into Your Future, and Transform Your Life. It is the desire of everyone to always make progress. And that is the reason today, in this very channel, A Moment with Sister Prisca, I want to discuss this important thing with you. I don't want to keep it to myself because I know it's going to be beneficial to you listening to me at this very hour. Let go of your past, step into your future, and transform your life. This is a calling for you to reflect and make decision about what you want. Many of us have allowed our past to continue haunting us. Many of us have allowed our past to retard our growth and keep us hostage of what we did not plan. It is always easy for us to keep on dwelling in our past. And dwelling in our past means no growth. It means stagnation. It means wishing ourselves what we did not plan. Let go of your past. Life is not always easy. There is always something that will make us to always return back to the past, especially when it is not all that beautiful. Let go of your past. It could be an experience, it could be your encounter with people that made you to become or to remain whom you are today. And it has not been all that productive in your life. That is the reason I am saying to you at this very moment, let go of your past so that you will be able to enjoy your present time and be able to have a brighter future. It is my invitation to you. It is a prayer that I'm making to you. Please let go of your past. Many of us may have lived or still living in regrets about things happening to us, about things we may have experienced. It could be a disappointment, it could be a failure, it could be anything. Whatever it is that is still keeping you or retarding your progress in life, let it go. These things are just minor things because when you begin to re-examine or look at it from different perspectives, you will now begin to understand that there are certain things that should have never happened. And for that reason, if you continue to dwell in the past, you are not helping yourselves. Things will continue to go worse, worse, and even get even worse than you imagine. Allowing yourself to be free. We all desire freedom, but sometimes many of us don't want to be free because we feel we are comfortable with our past, because we feel that the position we have taken about the past experience is something that we don't want to give ourselves opportunity to better our lives, to better our condition. This makes us to always remain in that kind of unhappy mode. It makes us to regret. And the weight of it affects our health, our heart, and everything about us. We look very gloomy. Everything about us is unhappiness. It affects the people around us. When you allow the weight of things that have happened to you in the past to continue to take control of your present, you do not make any progress. Your health is being affected. Everything about you is being affected. Why don't you say to yourself, today I release my past and I want to be free so that I'll be able to write a new page on my life story. This is something you need to do. The past is a shadow. It can only dim your light if you allow it to linger in your heart. The past is a shadow. It can only dim your light if you allow it to linger in your heart. Quote me, you need to give yourself a challenge. You need to tell yourself enough of this bad mood. Why is it that I will remain in my old self and see others progressing without me making effort? Why should you already complete or close the chapter of your own success life story and be watching others without you making a progress? Remember, the past is a shadow. It can only dim your light if you allow it to linger in your heart. And remaining in your heart will affect your health. You need to take a deep breath and rethink. Feel the present moment and see where you are. You are alive. You have opportunities. People around you are willing to help you. Even if they're not willing to help you, start from somewhere. And when people see your effort, they will be able to begin to assist you. Remember, if you do not make the first move, if you do not make the second step, people around will think that you have become firm like a monument that doesn't want to change. Let go of your past. Let go of that past that has made you to remain whom you are. The past that kept on haunting your life. Why don't you embrace the goodness of today? That you are alive is a miracle. That you are alive is a proof that God has not abandoned you, even when you think that God has abandoned you. Let go of your past. You have a brighter future. Why don't you just look up, contemplate the nature, and see how God has beautified your life? He beautified everything around you. He still gives you reason to always be happy. Why don't you let go of your past and become a new person? You are here at this very moment because God wants to speak to you, because God has something for you. Let go of your past. Yes, it is not always easy, especially when one begins to reflect about every stage of what had transpired in the past. And you begin to give yourself reasons why you should remain in that your past. It is not the past. You know, sometimes when people begin to lament or tell the ugly stories about their lives, it's as if you will remain there in that sorrowful mood, in that shadow where there is no light of progress, in that shadow where everything is just like a tempest. Allow yourself to breathe in that air of success. God is there with you. He said, if you lift up your hand, I will save you. Call on me and I will hear you. Why don't you make the first move? People around you loves you even when you think nobody loves you. Sometimes we are the ones who keep ourselves in that unhappy mood. We don't allow others to love us just because we have taken that position as if we remain the unloved forever. These are the things we need to avoid. Let us think about the past for a moment. Perhaps there were mistakes, you failing attempts or opportunities that you missed. Maybe there are words you wish you had spoken or actions you wish you hadn't taken. Reflect and think about your past. Maybe they were the mistakes you made that made you to remain in that stage of regret. Let go of what has already happened. Think about other possibilities that are still await your present time. It is natural to feel regrets of the past, especially when they are attached with too many mistakes. That is human. But dwelling in it does not help you. It doesn't help you to move forward. It only hurts you back. And the past is just like a book you have already read. You cannot change the page. And you can only close the book gently and begin a new one. That is the reason you have to let go of your past. There is strength. There is always need for us to let go of our past. And I still repeat, your past is like a shadow. If you allow it to continue to dim your light, you are the one who is living it. Your past is like a book you have already read, already in your hand. You remain in that page without scrolling or flinging it to the next page. You remain where you are. Yes, it is easy. You have remembered everything in your memory, and everything is just very clear. Always give yourself a better chance. Always tell yourself, if I have made a mistake in the past, I believe that I have my present to correct the wrongs of yesterday, and I have a better tomorrow, a future that awaits me for something better. You cannot stay forward while holding on to your yesterday. Let it go and take the first step today. This is what you need to do. You cannot stay forward while still holding your yesterday. If you do not let your yesterday go, it remains as it is. But when you allow your yesterday to go and allow your present moment to dwell on, you will now begin to feel the freshness and the goodness of the Lord in your heart. Remember, your past is like an old book you have already read and you remain in it. Yes, it's obvious that you have learned and crammed everything in your brain. And sometimes many find it difficult to let go because they feel that there are things that may have happened to them that they will never forget. Tell yourself you can still forgive your past. Allow yourself to experience something new. Imagine the past as stones in your hands. Each one represents a memory, a mistake, or a regret. Carrying them only slows you down. But if you place them down just for a moment, you can walk faster, you can walk freer, and you can walk lighter. Your past prevents you from making progress. Your past allows you only to dwell in that past without you having an opportunity to see the newness of life. And so, dear brothers and sisters, I invite you to take a moment and picture your past, whatever it is that may have weighed you down or still weighing you down. And imagine laying them down at the foot of God, allowing Him to take care of your past, to allow you to embrace the present, allowing you to see the light of today. Your life is a testament. Yes, it is a memory you have already lived. If it is not all that too good, let it go. God understands. If it is a beautiful one, tell it to others. But there are things you have to know. Whether your story in the past has been beautiful or it has been very bad, you have to do something. You can use your ugly past stories to help teach another person. You can use your past mistakes to help others, teach them as a kind of testimony of what you may have gone through so that others don't fall into that same mistake. Always remember, your past regret is like a book you're holding in your hand. You have already read it. You do not want to close that book. You remain in that page, only recycling the contents. And it is not healthy for you. Now, when you make your decision to turn to your present, it is a moment that you have decided to allow yourself to breathe in new air. And I believe if you agree with me, let your presence begin from now. These very moments that we are talking, because your life, your present life at this moment is a gift from God. It is where your power lies. And every breath that you take, every choice you make is an opportunity to step forward. Your present is like a slate, is like a writing board where nothing has been written on it. The past may have given you colors, but today you have to choose what color to add to it. You can start afresh so long as you have breath in you. Don't allow anything to discourage you. Don't allow yourself to be an instrument of your own retardation, because it is how you paint your future that determines how it will look like. Imagine yourself holding a brush just like an artist, and you're being given a whiteboard somewhere to design. Whatever your hand traces is how the picture will come out to be. So forget about what may have happened to you in the past, because God is not interested about your past. He is interested about your today. And that is the reason, just like in the scripture, when Joshua said to the people of Israel, "For me and my family, I have chosen this day to serve the living God." Why don't you choose your today to let go of your past so that you can feel the goodness of God's mercy in your life and allow God's divine grace and mercy to flow in your life? Success, growth, and happiness all begins with small steps, and they need consistency. When you allow your past to let go, forget about it, you now begin to feel the presence of growth, of your own success. You begin to experience happiness in your life. Because when you allow yourself to always remain dwelling in the past, everything about you is very, very noise. People run away from you. Nothing you do progress. And that is not good at all. It is not a living testimony. That is the reason, Gary's friend. Detach from what has been. Focus on what can be. Your best life begins when you decide to move forward. Always remember, detach yourself from what you have been. Focus on what you can be. Your best life begins when you decide to move on. Nobody will do it for you. It is your own personal decision. It is you who decides what to do. People are out there to help you, willingly or unwillingly. known to you. But a lot of them are just waiting for you to put the first input and then others will follow. Give yourself this privilege. Allow the book of your own story, which has not been ordered so good, let it go. Let it, I'm not saying that you should just throw it away. Let it be on one corner. If it's something that you need to bring from it in order to educate other people, avoid situations or mistakes of those sorts that will make them to fall victims or praise to all those things they happening to your life at this very moment, then it will now be something about you. Your present speaks for you, and you have to allow yourself to witness it. Let us speak about our future. It is uncertain. Yes, everybody knows that. But it may also feel scary because you do not know what the future has for you. That is the reason I always say never be afraid to trust your unknown future to the unknown God. Never allow yourself to remain whom you are being. Allow God to bring something beautiful into your life. You are meant to progress. Mistakes are human. And when you experience mistakes, don't overreact. Don't feel that all about you is all gone. Always tell yourself God has a reason and a purpose for allowing certain things in our life. Let us speak about the future. It is certain. It may feel scary, but the unknown is always full of possibilities. It's like you dipping your hand into a lucky dip. You do not know what number or what item you are going to get from it, but you just close your eyes and pick a lucky dip. Okay, let me make it just a little bit simpler for you. How easy you can let go of your past. You know, for example, at this our present moment, you are in a you allow yourself to make use of navigator for those who are traveling. You now fix your position, your present position where you are, and now put the address or the location where you want to arrive. You get into your car or your own means of movement, and the navigator will begin to direct you. You are giving yourself the opportunity to follow the instruction or the guideline given to you by a navigator for you to arrive at the place where you intend to. This is one of the things you need to tell yourself and you need to do about yourself. Always allow your life to navigate you into a better prospect, into things that are going to change your life. Make it courageous. It's just like someone boarding a plane. You just enter into it, but you just abandon your safety, your safe arrival in the hands of the pilot that is going to take you to your place of destination. This is one of the reasons you need to update yourself. How can you keep on wearing an old clothes when you have possibilities of changing your wardrobe and making use of nice opportunities out there for you? Don't allow yourself to get that regret to always deny yourself about other possibilities because those who succeed are not perfect. They are not always certain. They are not always courageous, but it is the desire, the instincts that makes them to become courageous, to take the decision they have always tried to deny themselves. And when choosing to move forward, what happens? Their path begins to clear as they begins to go. Imagine yourself traveling on a road and the dew covers the whole atmosphere. You hardly see others coming from the other direction. What do you do? You need to slow down, but slowing down not to stop, but slowing down to move at a particular speed so that you'll be able to arrive where you are. That is what success is. And that is how you need to allow yourself. Because those who succeed are not perfect. They are not always certain. They are courageous people. They choose to move forward even when the path is unclear. Let us bear that in mind. And for this reason, you have to detach yourself from what you have been, embrace what you are becoming, and watch your potential unfold like a sunrise. It's always beautiful when you observe a plant, when it's coming up from its seedlings, how it begins to emerge. And it gives you that sense of contemplating about God, the Creator, God who has made all things beautiful. So direct your way. Dearest one, I repeat, to dwell in the past is not the best. If you want to succeed, you have to drop your own self, embrace your presence so that you'll be able to meet your future. I want you to imagine your future as a sunrise. It is waiting to light up like your life. And in it, every choice that you make, every step that you take brings you closer to your success. Success is not about avoiding failure. It is about you continuing even when you are afraid. Don't allow yourself to become a prey, or don't allow yourself that possibility to deny yourself about what you should have gained. Everything we do in life is a question of we trying to figure out what goes. I want you to take your moment and think about something which had made you to remain whom you have been. It could be something that have annoyed you, it could be a reward or something, an opportunity you may have missed in the past that you feel that at the moment it has drifted you from your original project and bring you into another safe possibility. You may drop a comment at the chat session. Let us know what you feel, and then we'll be able to talk about it very well. Let us focus on our action. Your best life does not arrive by waiting, it arrives by doing, by choosing, and by stepping forward every moment. Focus on your present moment. Allow your past to remain in the past. Pick from it things that will help you to remember what you have gone through in a positive, constructive way. It's not all about you continue telling the story, but it's about you telling the story of your past as a suggestion or as an advice for others. Please be careful. I once was this person, or this thing happened to me and I was able to learn the hard lesson. So please avoid this kind of a thing in your life for you to succeed. These are humble ways you can turn your past into a patrimony, a thing of joy in order to help other persons. You need to begin small. You have to take one action day by day and until you achieve your dream. Believe in yourself. You are God's gift to humanity. You are God's gift to the entire universe. Always give yourself that opportunity to become something better. Always tell yourself, my yesterday I started humbly. Today I am going to be better. I will give you an example with myself. In the past, I never believed that maybe I could overcome what I call stage fright. Not because I was too afraid, but because there was an instinct in me that always told me, you are making mistake, you are not getting it right. You should do this like others. And with that feeling or that thought, it made me become a slave to my own fear, that I'm always afraid. What if I say this and I didn't get it right? People will laugh at me or people will make jest of me. A lot of opportunities I missed just because I was afraid. Yes, there were times when I know that I was too good in singing. It's not kind of maybe how would I call it? Um, Singing already produced songs. The thought, would I call it? The inspiration was just flowing. I didn't know what was actually happening, but each time the tone and the song, any song comes to me, I will sing it and everything. But sometimes the discouragement or the mistake I made was that I kind of condemned myself in the way I will explain to you. One, I said to myself, or I thought about myself not being too good enough in order to do many things. I considered my voice being too tiny, that it was just sounding like that of a small child. Those who know me will be able to testify to this truth. And because I thought that my voice was rather too tiny, that people may be making jest or maybe be laughing at me, because of that, I didn't go on into singing. That remained. It were kind of lost opportunities. Sometimes even to speak out in a public audience, I was a little bit afraid because I believed that I could not maybe make the presentation more beautiful like the ways others present themselves. And that also made me to lose other possibilities and many more. Even speaking, interacting with persons, or even trying to maybe converse with them. Fear, sometimes I feel that I'm not rather too qualified to speak with persons. I was waiting for a time when I will become perfect. Maybe when I just kind of use some persons as a model. Maybe I would like to be like them before I begin to make or use some of the things, the talents or the opportunities on my way. Little did I know that I was the one that was making such mistakes. Those were lost opportunities. But in as much as persons kept on talking to me, encouraging me, oh, sister, why don't you go ahead and do this? And I'll keep giving millions of excuses, reasons I should not. Not until the day I spoke to myself, I told myself, Prisca, if you don't make good use of your gifts, others will employ you to use your gift to work for them, and you will not be able to achieve what you are being destined to do. It took me years. I mean, it took me years to convince myself of those weaknesses or the things which I considered as impediments towards my own growth until I told myself enough is enough. I have to start from somewhere. Even when speaking with persons, they may say, no, you need to perfect in this, you need to. Not until I was able to listen to myself, listen to the inner voice that was speaking to me. And the day I understand this word, God is not interested about your perfection. He is interested about your effort. That was the day I gave myself that conviction. Yes, I can do more. And from that very day, I started building myself. It was something, or I could say it is a thing that took me years in order to convince myself about my past and be able to make amends. And as a religious, I am very happy that God has made things this way because God gave me not just one chance, He gave me many possibilities. He provided me with persons who had been with me, both in my spiritual life, in my own moral life, and even in my day to day life. There are friends who have been of help to me. They are like brothers to me. They are like parents to me. They have remained so faithful. Even when I give myself reasons to discourage myself, they have been there. And these are the people, each time I remember them, I'll tell myself, God led these persons as living angels, as living testimonies, as living guide in order to bring you out to where you are. Yes, I am a religious, I am a reverend sister. That is not it all. But one beautiful thing I will tell you about it is that when I was growing up, my days were a little bit different. I denied myself a lot of privileges. Even where I could even present myself, I was a little bit scared. I was a little bit ashamed of my weaknesses. But today, where am I? I can now tell myself that I have really made a progress. Before, I found it difficult even to write correct sentences. It was difficult for me even to speak good English because I grew up in the village. I was more familiar with the things in the village and with my own local self. But God did not close the chapter of my story that way. He provided me opportunities. He provided me with persons who have been my guidance up to this very moment. They have continued to encourage me in my way. But do you know the reason I can tell you that I record success stories is because I let go of my past. I told myself that I am going to be better. That is the reason, even as a religious today, yes, I'm a computer graduate and I have more than 15 publications, nine of which are collections of poetry. You know how difficult it is to write poetry, but I found myself writing poems, writing stories, not because I studied literature, not because I'm an art student, but because these are gifts, hidden gifts God has given me. And I kept on writing those my inspirations without even knowing what I was writing. It is others who will maybe come across it. I'll tell you, oh sister, this is very good. And in my questioning, what actually did you make any good um, sense or did you read anything important from it? And they'll begin to explain to me. And in that explanation that they gave to me, or they give to me each time they comment about my writing, kept on opening my ideas. And I convinced myself that I am going to do better. I wasn't in the choir. I didn't join the singing group, but God inspired me. Those things which I felt that maybe I was very good in doing, because sometimes those inspiration and thoughts will come to me. But I'll just sing past them and all those things. I never gave maybe reasons to stop over them. But at least I thank God I have more than 12 albums, my own songs, which I composed, and they are very beautiful. If you browse through the internet, a moment with Sister Prisca, you will find a lot of my publications. This is because God gave me possibilities and I allowed myself to walk through that way that God Himself has given me. It is a privilege to always let go of your past mistakes, of your past self, and be able to embrace the moment, because there is always something good that God reserves for every one of us. It requires our courage in order to rewrite our story. Small action, take one step each day at a time towards your dream. And once you take these steps, you will surely arrive at where God wants you. Believe in yourself. You have gift the world need. Many times we know that we are gifted. Many times we know we have potentials. We can even say that even ordinarily while conversing with others. But when it comes to play, we try to dodge away with different excuses about why we should not move forward. You need to keep moving forward, even if it's just a tiny step. Each step adds you up. If you want to make a journey of millions of miles, you need to begin with a step. And it is you who has to make the step. Others will give you guidelines. Others will encourage you. Others will tell you a lot of things, reasons you should move on. But it is your feet, your foot, that will be able to make that move. And as you keep making that move, always carry along other persons, because the route to your success is never something that you arrive alone. You need to carry others with you. You need to carry others and let your experience also touch them. That is one of the reasons I have learned this, and I'm repeating it to you, listening to me at this very moment. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and lift you higher. If you surround yourself with people who value you, the best of you will begin to unfold. But if you surround yourself with people who do not regard you, yours is finished. I'm sorry about it. So that is the reason, if you want something that will add to your life, always go in search of persons and always remain with people whom your heart inspires you for something good. Because in as much as we are afraid about our present or our future, because sometimes remaining in our comfort zone, that is in all those our bad experiences or in those things that is not making us to count on improvement on in our sources, we feel very comfortable and safe, because it's just like a book we have read. We have assimilated every content and we now know everything off by heart. It is not always good for you to remain in your comfort zone if you want to succeed in life. So, dearest friend, you have to know that you hold the key to your own success, and it is only you who can turn the page of it and write a good memory, a good story about yourself. Life is very beautiful, but it requires you to play the game yourself. Detach yourself from your past and embrace the unknown, so that you'll be able to create a future and a life for which God has born you, for which God has called you to live. This is something that you require. You need to do something about it. You need to cross that bridge of fear in your life. The past is but a shadow. Listen very carefully. The past is but a shadow, a whisper on the breeze. It may linger softly, but it cannot bind your feet. Each mistake, each sorrow, each word left unsaid are stones you once carried, now laid gently down. The present is a slate, pure, unmarked, and bright, a place where hope awakens and courage finds its light. Step forward, dear listener, though your path is unclear, for the future is a sunrise waiting to call you home. Let go of what you cannot change and release the weights you bear. The road ahead is open and miracles wait there. Let you yourself give yourself that courage, telling yourself that you will make it because it is only you who can change your own story. If you make effort, help will come to you because the past is a teacher, not a chain. For this reason, you have to release it and stop stepping forward with courage. Let your life become the light it was always meant to be. It is you who hold the key to your success. Your stories or the past has nothing to do about your future, but it is only you who can give yourself that privilege to become something better. Because your past is behind you, your future is a promise. You need to step in with faith and watch your miracles unfold. Let go of your past. They have lingered so much in your life. Why would you deny yourself of this privilege of becoming person or becoming an instrument that God Himself has already designed that you be? Let go of what no longer serves you and make space for the life you are born to live. This is something you have to learn. I am telling you this because I have undergone such experiences and I am telling it to you as a living testimony to what I'm saying. Those who know me will tell you more about me and they will tell you. In fact, everyone is amazed each time they see me or they hear my voice or they read either my quotes or read my poems or even hear me sing or even read my books. These are the things. Allow yourself to grow. Don't remain in seed. Plant yourself that you may germinate and bear fruit so that others will see the good fruits that you have produced and be able to give thanks to God. Because every sunrise is a reminder that you can start again no matter what yesterday held. Don't remain in your past because courage is the absence of fear. It is choosing to move forward even when your path is unknown because the weight of your yesterday is heavy, but your tomorrow is light. Lay it down and rise. God has something special for you. So as you step into your unknown in trust, it is where your greatness grows awaits. Allow God to walk with you. Don't move alone. That is the reason we need to ask God, to tell God, come follow me. I cannot walk this way alone. You need to tell yourself that you have learned a lot in your past experiences, that it is now something you have to lay bare. Leave it at the foot of the cross of Jesus. Whatever is your worry, it may have affected your own spiritual growth. It may have made you to make a lot of more mistakes. because you do not want to let go of your past. The past is a lesson, and your present is a gift. Your future is a new slate, a new book meant for you to write. Release the shadow of your yesterday and let your soul shine with the light of today. You have to beautify yourself. This is something that you have to do for yourself. It's not something another person is going to do for you, because your story is different from mine, and your story is not yet over. Today is a new page where courage begins and your miracles begin to unfold. Why would you allow yourself to remain stagnant when you're supposed to be dynamic, both in your reasoning, in your success stories, in everything that you do? Why must you live your life without making a footprint? Why must you live in the shadows of this universe without you making efforts to become something better where others will always make reference to? Dear listener, you have to remember that your past is a lesson, not a life sentence. You need to step forward and claim your light. Faith in your life is the first step towards the life you dream of, because everything is inspired in faith. And when those inspiration comes, you believe in them and you begin to talk about them. Another thing is that you need to make a move. Every ending is a gentle invitation to a new beginning. Allow your end, allow your yesterday to end so that you'll be able to make a humble beginning and make it beautiful one. Because your courage needs to bloom like the sunrise, where fear will have no other effect, because your soul grows stronger and it dares the leave of the past. So every step you take today to move forward is already a triumph waiting for you. You need to shape it. You need to make it beautiful so that when you detach yourself from your yesterday and breathe in your today, you'll be able to walk boldly into our future that waits for you. Because even the darkness past cannot dim the light of courage God has given to you. And every moment of courage you plant is a seed of your success. Wouldn't you like to rewrite your story? I would love to beautify mine. There is a book that I wrote, and the title is Every Life is a Story. Every life is a story. It is something worth reading. And then in my next live stream, I am going to read that book for you. It's a collection of wonderful poems written by me. Here I have, this is one of my publications, A Nation with Words. I will begin to read my work because everything about me is a testimony. This is just because I have planted my future like a garden of hope, and watered it with faith. Now that I have invested everything I have, I want to allow it to bloom with the grace of God guiding me, with the grace of God being my shelter. So, dear listener, always allow your light to bloom. As we come to the end of our this session, we'll still be back in this very channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like our page, and equally share the link. Encourage others to join us. Beautiful things are going to be discussed in this very channel. I will do the best I can to give you the best. Please, if you have any suggestions or comments that you may want to leave, or if there are questions, drop them at the comment section. I will read all of them, and surely I will do the best I can in order to give answers. So before we close, I will want us to say a short prayer, allowing God to bless us, to guide us, and to lead us, giving us the grace to let go of our past, to live our today, so that we'll be able to have a good story to tell about the future. Heavenly Father, we come before you with a heart that carries the weight of yesterday, the mistakes, the regrets, the words left unspoken. We lay them at the foot of your cross. Help us, Lord, to release the powers that bind us, to let go of the shadows that dim our light. Give us courage to step forward, faith to trust the path you have set before us, and wisdom to embrace the gift of today. Lord, fill our hearts with hope, our minds with clarity, and our soul with peace. Let us walk boldly into the unknown, knowing you are our guide, our strength, and our companion. May our lives reflect your love. May our actions shine with purpose, and may every step we take lead us closer to the life we have dreamed. We surrender our fears, our doubts, our burdens. We open ourselves to your blessings. With you, all things are possible. For this is our prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen. So, there is one. I thank you for making out your time to join us. We are going to be back in this very channel. If you have questions, if you have suggestions, or if you have ideas in order to make this channel a beautiful one, please don't hesitate to drop your comments at the comment section. Kindly help me to promote this channel by sharing them to others, inviting them to also subscribe, share, and like our channel. Don't forget to watch other videos in this very channel. I am Sister Prisca Nwokorie in A Moment with Sister Prisca. For more information about me, you can browse the internet. You will find my website. I am also there in the Facebook. You can find me also in this YouTube channel. Little of my posting 1 minute reflection, which I left on the TikTok. Don't forget to please help patronize and then make this channel a beautiful one. Let us make it to grow, because if it grows, it will be able to serve a larger community. Thank you once again for your time in joining us, and we are going to be back here full with something that is going to impress you. At this moment, I say thank you for your time and remain blessed where you are. Please don't allow the fear about your yesterday to block your way of progress. Do the best you can and allow God to beautify the remaining parts of your life. Take good care of yourself. I am praying for you. Thank you for joining.